For the first time since Call of Duty introduced progression, they're gonna let you carry it over into the next game. There was the shared level rank thing they did with Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War, and Vanguard, but this is actually a full-on continuation of your progress and unlocks. Of course, it helps that they're also doing the same setting twice in a row and actually releasing a sequel year on year, going from Modern Warfare 2 this year to Modern Warfare 3 next year. Well, at the end of this year, really. Now, I would say this decision was obviously made a while ago, because while I personally enjoy the current game, my general sense at the moment is that Modern Warfare 2 isn't really liked by a lot of people. To be fair, I don't think the current year's Call of Duty is ever really appreciated. Right now, there's a sizable group of content creators, and in turn their fans, talking lovingly about Black Ops Cold War, while I remember 2 years ago, those very same people were shitting all over that game. I know, the COD cycle is a thing, it just remains to be really silly. The fact remains though that this is actually really cool, giving Modern Warfare 3 a nice set of extra weapons, skins, and its challenges for people to go for, and rewarding the people that have played the previous year's game at the same time. It all feels like something that should have already happened in the past. Some people do seem to be worried about this, meaning that people will just continue running the exact same meta in this next game. And while I think this is a possibility for the ultra-sweaty people, I do think it's important to remember that guns are not going to function exactly the same in this next game. From the bits and pieces leaked, the game has its own balancing, and there is a new class creation system where perks do not function exactly like they do in this year's game, which probably is for the better, because even the developers have crawled back on the current ultimate perk system for a while now. And more importantly, in my opinion, this hopefully means that overkill either doesn't exist or it's not as cheap a perk to run. Because if I see one more year of shields on people's backs, I'm going to lose my mind. That actually reminds me of something. Not the losing mind part, but I do really hope that this is a smart way of carrying weapons forward. Like, I don't want this Warzone 1 situation where there are multiple weapons that are the same. We do not need 2 riot shields, 2 M4s, 2 MP5s. M4s and MP5s are iconic guns, but one version is enough, thank you very much. From what they've said, the launch of Modern Warfare 3 has a lot of weapons, but hopefully that means they expand on the weapon platforms or add to the current platforms instead of making duplicates of certain ones. Maybe this is a worry I shouldn't really have, because it is built with the carryover in mind, whereas Warzone 1 having the 3 eras of stuff thrown together always kind of felt janky and more of a side effect of them wanting to support their successful free-to-play game for longer than 1 year. Something that hasn't really been talked about is if more content than the weapons, operators, and skins and such are going to be a thing in this next game. I do think it would be a really positive thing if maps carried forward as well. Not because I specifically would like people to play Modern Warfare 2 maps, but because we all know the problem that happens when the new COD releases, and that is that it usually ends up launching with about 8 to 12 maps. Now, if you were to add the nice amount of maps that are currently available in Modern Warfare 2, that would be a huge bump in numbers for Modern Warfare 3 in variety from day 0. The only thing I really don't want is for them to slowly re-release the same maps during the seasonal content and pretend like it's new and hip. Don't make the first season be a re-release of Shipment and Gunhouse again. There is a part of me that thinks I'm really into this carry forward idea because I still believe in the West we've missed out on something really cool in the form of Call of Duty Online. Sadly, the China exclusive game has now been shut down, but for several years they had essentially been getting content piled onto the same game, adding more and more maps, more and more weapons, more and more everything. Actually, you can see what that can look like right now if you check out Call of Duty Mobile. While I absolutely hate virtual sticks, whenever I do check it out, I'm always amazed by the amount of stuff they've got jammed into that game. There are quite literally maps ranging from Call of Duty 4 all the way up to Cold War. Also weapons from all kinds of eras supported by the Modern Warfare gunsmith system, meaning a lot of customizability. It's also free to play, which sadly does mean microtransactions, yay! Yay! Talking about mobile games though, there is the upcoming release of Warzone Mobile, which despite its name includes normal core multiplayer as well, and it has already been announced as linking in with this carryover, allowing cross-usage of weapons, operators, and skins to that game as well, which honestly sounds really cool, and might make me try to learn how to bend my fingers in such odd mobile esporty ways to play the mobile game at the same time. Because of the whole connected cross-progression thing that Warzone Mobile is doing, it also does make me wonder if this is a change that reaches further than this year's game, because in general, the longer you make people carry over their progress and skins and stuff, the more attached people will get to those things. Essentially, your sales proposition for the game after Modern Warfare 3 needs to be really super amazing for people to want to now suddenly give up not 1, but 2 years of progression and purchases. In that way, while I don't think this will ever be a make or break for the franchise, it is a pretty brave move to be making. Going away from the comfortable yearly $70 reset to a microtransaction-led multi-year cycle. Regardless, in the end, most we can do at the moment is speculate about how things are going to work. What I can talk specifically about is how butt-mounted doggos are really cool in this video right here. Stay tuned for more, subscribe, bye!